Today we will discuss circles. The basic of circles. The basic. There is a lot of things in circle which are common to all of us. Basically, I am talking about the theorems. Some things that are for the especially for the non-routine part is power of a point and something related to tangents. And this is the most important note as well. This is the most important note as well. Now these are the properties of circle that we are going to discuss. In the 2 pages we have completed all the properties of circle comprehensively. So let us discuss from the first. This is a tangent. What is a tangent? A tangent is a line that cuts a circle exactly at a single point. Exactly at a single point. And the radius drawn from this is the radius of the circle. This is the center. The radius drawn from that point of contact of the tangent with that circle is always perpendicular to the tangent. This is very useful. This is tangent. Now comes this diagram. This is for chords. There are a lot of things that perpendicular from the center of the circle to a chord bisects the chord. Perpendicular from center bisects the chord. This is the first thing. Perpendicular from the center bisects the chord. This is perpendicular bisecting this chord into two equal halves. Another important aspect of this diagram is that the distance of two equal chords, if this chord is A, B and this chord is CD, if AB equals to CD, then this distance is also equal, P, Q. Then OP equals to OQ. That is, two equal chords equal in length are at the same distance from the center. Now the angle subtended by the equal chords subtend equal angle at the same direction. What do I mean by the direction? That with respect to this, the direction of this chord towards the center is this direction. So in this segment, the angle subtended by this will be theta to any point on the circle, and from this circle and from this chord AB towards the center, direction is same. The angle subtended is also theta. If the direction is opposite this direction, suppose this is beta, then theta plus beta is equals to 180 degree, that is pi radians. That is the important thing. Please note it down. Moving forward, we have already discussed that perpendicular from the center bisects the chord. This has been shown here again. Perpendicular from the center bisects the chord. Now, the angle subtended by a chord at the center, this is angle subtended by the chord angle subtended by the chord at the center is twice the angle subtended by it at any other point on the same side. Now, a chord always subtends same angle at the same segment, and the relationship between the angle in the opposite segment are as follows: alpha plus beta equals to pi. Another point to be noted is that this is the diameter. Angle subtended by diameter is always equals to 90 degrees. At any point, any segment. Let us move forward to discuss tangents. Very important thing, this is called alternate segment. Some would add the word tangent theorem. Now, why this is called alternate segment tangent theorem? Tangent I have added so that we can remember it very well. This is a chord. And this is a tangent. The angle between them is alpha at this part, and this is the alternate segment. The angle between the chord and the tangent is equal to the angle subtended by the chord on the alternate segment. That is, if we think that angle between this part, it is beta, then angle subtended at this segment will also be beta. From this we can have alpha plus beta equals to pi. Angle between chord and tangent is equal to the angle subtended by the chord on the alternate segment. And this is a very basic theorem for for tangents. Tangents from a point are equidistant. Tangents from a point are equidistant, that we all know. This is very much important theorem. That is when two chords intersect at a point P. Two chords intersect at a point P. The product of this AP into PC is always equals to DP into PB. This can be proved using similarity of triangle. That is very important. In the last this is power of a point. Spatial focus on power of a point. This is a tangent from a certain point P. This is a tangent from a certain point P. This is a tangent from a certain point P. This is a chord PAPB, PCPD. And the relation is as follows. This can also be proved very easily, but we are not interested for the proof. Power of a point, very important. This is distance between two circles. Distance between the common tangent, like that. There is another formula also. When the circles are at a distance d apart from each other, at that time a different formula, d square minus r minus d square plus r minus r whole square, like that is there. That can be easily obtained from Pythagoras theorem. Using Pythagoras theorem, we will try to obtain. Okay, let us obtain only. Before that, a welcome question was waiting for us. Given that angle ABC equals to 30 degrees, angle DCO equals to 20 degree, angle BCO equals to 20 degree, angle ABC equals to 30 degrees, angle DCO equals to 20 degrees, angle BCO equals to 20 degrees. We need to find angle CDO. I hope that we all have already find the angle, because this is a very easy question. This angle is 30 degree. From this chord, if we assume, then this angle will be 60 degree. This is 20 degrees. Then this x will be simply 180 minus 60 degrees minus 20 degrees equals to 100 degree. Why this angle is 30 degree? Now, is this angle really 30 degree? No, here is a misconception that this angle is 30 degree. The concept was from the chord. Chord is this. Chord is this, not this. This is not a chord. This is more extended here. And then this angle is not 30 degree. So, our concept was totally a misconception. Sometimes misconception helps us learn better. Now let us start solving the problem. We will first join this. Interestingly, this is also the radius. So this angle will be equals to 20 degrees. Now we can easily find out this angle, 140 degrees. Then this will be 70 degrees. I do not know that which angle will be useful for solving the problem. Let us find all the angle and proceed. We'll get an angle useful from all this. That would give us the answer. Let me try to extend it. This will also be 70 degrees. Why this is 70 degrees? Because this and these are equal, definitely from the same chord. So if I extend this chord, join this, I will get this 70 degrees. And this we already have seen that this is 70 degrees. Why this is 70 degrees? Because this angle is 20 degree. Then this is what? 20 degrees. What about the center angle? 180 minus 20 minus 20. 140 degrees. So this is 140, that's why this is 70, and this is also 70. Now this is 70. This is 70, this angle is 40 degree. This is 70 degree. 40 plus 70 equals to 110. 110, then this total angle is also 70 degrees. This is what? 40 degrees if you want. This total angle is also 70 degrees. Now this also cannot help us, because if we extend this, then the search for angle is totally different from what we were thinking. This will be something like this. So we have to apply some more angle chasing to find out this angle. 40, 70, 110. This wasn't quite a useful idea. This is useful definitely. Now we have to think. This is just a problem on a good concept of angle chase. We have to find out all the angles that would give us the solution. This is 20 degrees. This is also 20 degrees. Then this angle is 10 degrees. This is 10 degrees. Let us join this also. I do not know whether this will be helpful or not, because this is the only method to go for trial and error and solve the problem. This is 10 degrees. This is radius, this is also radius, so this angle should be 10 degrees, because this equals to this. Interestingly, this angle is 30 degrees. So this angle should be 60 degree. $60. Now how do you find out this angle? If this angle is theta, this angle will also be theta, this total angle. So for this part, this will be theta minus 20. Theta minus 20. Now if we add theta plus theta minus 20 plus 20 for this angle, and this angle plus 20 plus 10 plus 10 plus 30, we will get 180 degrees. From this we can find out the value of theta. 2 theta 60s. Theta equals to 60 degrees. This will give us theta equals to 60 degree, this small angle is. $10, 60 degree. This can also be gone. We can also do this, that this was 140 degree. Similarly, by applying angle sum property, this is 180 degree. 180, and this will be the half of 180 degrees. Sorry, what am I saying? This angle is 180 minus 20 minus 20, that is 140. This will be half of 140, so the total angle is 70 degree. This angle is 10, this should be 60. This equals to this is 40. Why this is 40? Because this side equals to this side. So this total angle equals to total angle minus 20. That's why this is 40. From this, another thing that can be noted, that what about this angle? What about this green angle? This is also 70 degrees. This is also 70 degrees. Why and how this is 70 degrees? Let me name this point. Oh, okay, it's already named. This is 70 degrees by applying the basic angle sum property of triangle, and not angle sum, exterior angle property of a triangle. If we apply exterior angle property of a triangle, this is 40 degree, this is 30 degree, 40, 30, 70. That's why this angle is 70 degree. This is 70 degree means that AC equals to CD, because 70 degree AC equals to CD. What about this angle? This will be what? Twice of 30 degree, that is 60 degrees, which gives us AC equals to CO. This gives us CD equals to CO. That is, this angle is X. CD equals to CO. This is x, this is x, this is 20. Now we'll apply simply x plus 20 equals to 180 degrees. Twice of x equals to 20, 60, 80 degrees. This will be our answer. This was a good angle changing question. Now this is a very easy question. Let O be the center of the inscribed circle of triangle ABC and D be the point on AC with OD perpendicular to AC. If AB equals to 13, AC equals to 15, BC equals to 17, find CD. O be the center of the inscribed circle of triangle ABC and D be the point on AC. So let's draw a triangle. O be the center of the inscribed circle of triangle ABC and D be the point on AC. This is A, this is B, this is C. D be the point on AC with OD perpendicular to AC. And D be the point on AC with OD. OD perpendicular to AC. AB equals to 13, BC equals to 15, and AC equals to 15. AC equals to 15, BC equals to 17. We need to find the measure of CD. This is very easy question. And this fact is very much useful in a lot of different problems. Let us draw perpendiculars from this point, O. These are the perpendicular dropped from this point. Let me name it D, E, F. This is X, then this is also X. Just now we have shown this theorem, length of tangent from a point is equal. This is Y, this is Y, this is Z, this is Z. Now we have X plus Y plus Z. Equals to 13 plus 15. 13 plus 15 plus 17 by 2. We also have the value of X plus Y, Z plus X individually. And we need to find the value of Y only. That is, we need to eliminate anyhow X and Z from the equation. Just you think that we need Y. X plus Y minus plus X plus Z minus Z plus Y. ZY cancels, ZY cancels. We can get X like this. So we can simply do y plus z, that is AC, plus y plus x plus y plus x. This rubbish is also not required. This is not required for our calculation. Subtracted by, we are getting 2 times of y, x plus z. We are getting 2 y's here, that will be divided by 2, which can be written as AC plus BC, AC plus BC minus AB divided by 2. Just apply this, we will get the values. That's over. Apply this, get the values. This is over. Let us go for one more basic questions. This is the most basic question. Just a board level, school level questions like that. This point is P. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. This angle is 60 degrees. This angle is 60 degree. PA, PB, PC, PD are distinct. PA, PB, PC, PD are distinct. And none of these divides each other. And none of these divides each other. They are distinct integers, distinct positive integers, belongs to natural number. None of these divides each other for this PA, PB, PC, PD. We need to find the minimum possible area of, find the minimum possible area, find the minimum possible area of ABCD. Find the minimum possible area of ABCD. How do you need to approach this kind of questions? The most important hint is that PA into PC equals to PB into PD. the most important hint will be PA into PC equals to PB into PD. Using this, doesn't divides each other belong to natural number? We just need to bash, or you can apply your own logic and find out the pair. Find out PA, PB, PC, PD such that these are minimum. Then only the area will be minimum. That these values are minimum. And then we need to apply the logic of that doesn't divide each other. They are distinct. Using this, we need to find the minimum possible area. So the numbers will also be minimum. Like nothing of this can be 2. If it's 2, then it will divide any even number further on. So if we just think for such numbers, AB equals to CD, then one such pair will be 15 4 just 60. Six into 10. This is one satisfying pair. So we just randomly see that 4, 6 like that. And for area we need to know that area is half AB sine theta. And for sine theta we also know that sine 180 minus theta. How do you find this pair? We just put the values because this should be the smallest pair. So this is not difficult for us to find. We have to put one after one values and go for trial and error method. This would be the best one. There is again a beautiful question from 2015. I guess it should be given in the PYQ sessions, but they have given it here. The circle omega touches the circle internally at P. The center O of omega is outside small omega. XY be diameter of omega. First thing that we need to do is a proper diagram. I would say PBIT, which is the major hint for cracking IOQM. That is, full form is pause the video and try it. So how do we approach this question? Approaching the question is very much easy. Just we need a proper diagram. I have already the diagram. This is the diameter. Let me name all the points. The circle omega touches the circle large omega internally at P. This is large omega circle. This is omega, small omega circle. Touches internally at P. The center O of omega is outside omega. Center O. This is our center O. We have joined all the points so that this will be helpful for us. Center O. Let xy be the diameter of omega, which is also tangent to omega. Py greater than px. Here will be x, here will be y. py greater than px. Let py intersect omega at z. This point is z. Yz equals to 2 times of pz. If this is k, this is twice of k. Now how do you solve this problem? Solving the problem is very easy. First of all, this is the common tangent to the smaller circle and larger circle, and this is the point joining the common tangent and the center of the circle, center of the larger circle. So the center of the smaller circle lies on this point only. That is the first thing to note. Center of smaller circle lies here, some o dash. This was very important. Now this is also a tangent. Let us join this. This will be perpendicular. Say center, let us assume this will be perpendicular. The circle is omega o dash. Let its radius be r, small r. This is also r, this is also r. Now let us join this. This is also r. Interestingly, this is also the radius of the larger circle. So this angle equals to this angle. This angle equals to this angle. Similarly, this angle is also equal. Now let this part be x. Can we observe a thing, that triangle O dash PZ, triangle O dash PZ is similar to triangle OPY, is similar to triangle OPY. Therefore, O dash P by OP is PZ by PY, PZ by PY, which is equals to PZ PY plus ZY. Sorry, not PY. This will be PZ. That is equals to 1 by 3. O dash P is R. This is x plus R. X equals to 2. From this we will get x equals to 2 times of R. X equals to 2R. Now we are done. That this is a right angle triangle. X equals to 2R. So sin theta, if this is theta, this will be theta by 2. Sin theta is equals to 1 by 2. This is definitely acute angle. This will be 30 degree and theta by 2 will be 15 degree, which is our answer. There are a different approach for this problem. Another approach is going for alternate tangent theorem. That is, this angle equals to this angle by alternate tangent theorem. Similarly, you have to find a relationship between this angle, like that approach. After that we will find out that this is 45 degree, this is 45 degree, total angle is 90 degree. Okay, after applying alternate tangent theorem, we'll get this 45 degree relation. Then we have to apply solution of triangle, but that would be a complex method, and our solution is a very much clear and simpler one. This question has been selected because of a special reason. The reason is, okay, that's, you try, we'll tell the reason. The reason is very bad. The intention behind this question is very bad. That is, we are going to teach method of fake solving. Now, why we are going for this fake solving method? This is for those who will score. This method is for those who will score less than 10 in IOQM. It's not for everyone, only for those who will score less than 10 in IOQM. Very rare such kind of questions are asked, where we can solve the question by assuming regular figures. That is, if acute angle triangle is given in the year 2017-18 or probably 19, I didn't remember the accurate year, exact year, one question on triangle was given, acute angle triangle was given. If somebody approaches this question considering it to be an equilateral triangle, then the question can be solved very easily. So this was the thing, but this is not applicable for all the cases. If such kind of question is given, which is valid for a general case, for all the general case, then we can assume a particular case, that assuming a regular figure square, which will help us to solve the problem very much easily. For acute angle triangle, if for all acute angle triangles something is valid, we need to find something like that. That is, this relation holds for everyone. So for an acute angle triangle, if it was given, that is holding for everyone, you can assume an equilateral triangle and proceed. This will help us definitely. But this is definitely not the correct way. That's why we are saying that this is for those who will score less than 10 in IOQM. Because this exam is not like JEE. It's not like that. It's totally different. We cannot go for any kind of shortcut. But still I am saying, if you think that you are a bad student, you are going to score less than 10, then you can go for this method. The diagonals AC and BD of a cyclic quadrilateral ABCD. Square is a cyclic quadrilateral definitely. A, B, C, D meet at right angle in E. Meet at right angle in E. Meet at right angle in E. We have been given EA square plus EB square plus EC square plus ED square equals to NR square. Now we all know that if a circle is inscribed, a square is inscribed in a circle, then this will be the radius, its diagonal will be its radius, diagonal will be its diameter, so this will be r simply. So a square plus ab square, I am writing for short sigma a square, that is a square plus ab square plus ac square plus ed square will be 4 times of r square. You have been asked to find n, n will be 4. So this was the method of fake solving. Now let's go for the original method. Let O be the center of the circle. And PQ be the feet of the perpendicular. Let us draw the square then you will understand. AB. How do you need to draw? We just need to draw perpendicular diagonals, that's it. This figure is quite messed up. I messed up with the figure. We just need to draw two perpendicular lines, chords. This will behave as the diagonals. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. This is O, the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. Now what we will do, we will draw perpendicular from O. This point of intersection is E. This is E. We are going to draw perpendicular from this O to this and to this. Now we have to go for a brilliant type of calculation, that is EA square plus EC square can be thought of as EP plus PA whole square plus EC can be thought of as PC minus PC. I just said let us draw perpendicular OP and OQ. I just forgot to write this P and Q. This P and Q. EA square plus EC square, EP plus PA, EP plus PA, and this is there its subtraction. Simplify this using the fact that this PA is equals to PC PA equals to PC. Use this fact and simplify this. You will get, after simplification, 2 times of PA square plus. Similarly, we have to find out the value of EB square plus ED square. EB square plus ED square. You will get 2 times of QD square. This will be Q. This will be QD square plus QE square. Now we will add these two equations, this equation and this equation. We will get 2 times of OA square plus OD square, which is equals to 4 into 2 times of R square, 2 into 2 times of R square, 4R square. So this is the original method. I have here given some step jumps. Here are some step jumps. BFR, that is for your analyzation. Pause it, analyze it. You have the time. I guess this is the last question before PYQ discussions. There is also the same logic, PVIT. And diagram. A circle passes through the vertex C of rectangle ABCD, touches its side AB and CD at M and N respectively. If the distance from C to the line segment MN is equal to 5 units, find the area of the rectangle ABCD. So here I have already drawn the diagram. MN is given to 5 units. Here we need to apply. See, when we are going for the routine mathematics, I guess this alternate tangent theorem is not used. Alternate tangent theorem is not very much used. But here again and again we have the application of alternate tangent theorem. Using alternate tangent theorem, this angle is theta. That's why this angle is also theta. This angle is theta, this angle is also theta. Again, if this angle is alpha, this angle will be alpha. Now what we are given, a circle passes through the vertex C of a rectangle ABCD and touches its side AB and CD at M and N respectively. If the distance from C to the line segment MN, distance from C to the line segment MN, according to the question, CP will be 5. CP will be 5. Now here we are applying similarity of quadrilaterals. That can also be applied if all the angles, corresponding angles, or 3 corresponding angles are equal, because sum of angles is 360 degree. So 3 corresponding angles are equal, then the quadrilateral are similar and their sides are also proportional. That is very much interesting point. Similarity of quadrilateral. Now sometimes some people are quite confused when this similarity of quadrilateral are being intermixed. That is the part of non-routine. That is the part of non-routine mathematics. Like similarity of quadrilateral, we have seen triangle inequality. We all know triangle inequality. Now in non-routine mathematics, even this question was asked. We already have discussed this in combinatorics, that or something like that. Using quadrilateral inequality, that is a plus b plus c should always be greater than d. There is quadrilateral inequality, like triangle inequality. So similarly, similarity of quadrilateral, that is non-routine part. We have to derive some idea from the routine part. We have to go for some generalization. Now, which two quadrilateral are similar to each other? Theta alpha, you just use this theta alpha logic. Theta alpha parallel lines are there. Consider the quadrilateral, this D and PC. Let us consider this quadrilateral D and PC. Sorry for the inconvenience. D and PC and PMBC. PMBC, this quadrilateral. Consider the quadrilaterals DNPC and PMBC. Now just think that this angle equals to this angle, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. One more angle we need. One more angle can be this. This is 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. So we are over with all the angles. Angle MBP. Okay, we have first considered this. So let us write angle P and D equals to angle MBP. Angle MPC equals to angle NDC. MPC is MPC 90 degree equals to angle NDC. NDC also 90 degree. And angle which angle then? MPC we have already seen. Oh, we are considering DNPC, so MPC we cannot consider first, right? We have to first consider. We are considering that MPC angle. Consider NDC angle. Angle NDC. NDC equals to MPC. MPC and angle MBC. Sorry, MBC will be here. Angle MBC. This should be equal to angle NPC. NPC. This is equals to 90 degree. This is also equals to 90 degree. So they are similar. DNPC similar to not triangle, quadrilateral. PMBC angle criteria. All the angles are same. So the quadrilateral are similar. Do not go for this SAS criteria like that. They are not valid for this quadrilateral. Just angle consumption is valid for all polygons. During similarity we have discussed. if their sides are corresponding sides are having a fixed ratio, or their angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, then all the polygons of such kind are similar to each other. This will give us, from this we can write DC divided by PC. DC divided by PC, that is 5, equals to 5 divided by BC, that is PC divided by BC. Now this is a square, BC into DC equals to 25. This is our answer. So what was the most important thing here? This was alternate segment tangent theorem for finding this angle alpha and beta. We have seen the applications, almost one of a kind for everyone. Now we are boosting to PRMO question. Already we have solved one PRMO question, I guess. 3 more PRMO questions, and others will try to give either in DPP or in the form of archive or in PYQ discussions. We'll try to cover all the PRMO questions. Read it very carefully. This is a difficult question, though from PRMO 2013. One hint that I can give is that applying, after drawing the proper diagram is very difficult. Applying solution of triangle, that is properties of triangle. This is hint 1. Which property? That is cos A B square plus C square minus A square by 2BC. This property for a triangle ABC with sides A, B and C. Actually, generally nowadays these properties of triangles questions are not asked, even direct questions or indirect questions, but very rarely we would find applications in 1 or 2 questions. So I guess this should be covered in a short session. If it's not yet covered, this topic, this should be covered in a short session. Sometimes we need this idea. First and foremost important and most difficult thing is the diagram. If we have the proper diagram, we can have anything. Even for me also to draw the diagram, it took a lot of time. This is the diagram. Now you try. Write the question, try to draw the diagram. I have shown you a glance, and if you have derived everything, then this is the last step, applying these properties of triangle. So let me solve it. SB a circle with center O. A chord AB not its diameter divided into 2 regions R1 and R2. Such that O belongs to R2. This is the diameter, this is region R1, this is region R2. These are the smallest circles. This is the largest circle. This is S1, this is S2. Let S1 be a circle with center R1 touching AB at X. Touching AB at X. This is the touching point X. Radius is R1. This is S1. Radius R1. S internally. Also touching S internally. This is circle S. Let S2 be a circle with center in R2. This is region 1, region 2. Okay, R1 is, sorry, this R1 is not the radius. R1 is not the radius. Its radius is, say, we need to find its radius. Its radius is R. It belongs to the region R1. It belongs to the region R1. This region is R1. This region is R2. This touching AB at Y point. Touching AB at Y point, angle YXO is given 30 degrees. If the radius of S2 is 100, S2 is 100, this is also 100, this is also 100. If the radius of S2 is 100, then what is the radius of S1? There is a small mistake in the diagram, that I marked this point as O. This is not O because S2 passes through the center of the S1. This is given. So this is not O. O is this point. This is the center of S. Because this is given in the question. Now we are having the complete diagram. So radius of S is 200, clearly visible from the diagram. 100 plus 100. This angle is 60 degrees. This is 90 degree. touches AB at X. In the question it is given S1 is a circle center in R1 touching AB at X. If I join this point or say this point, why not this point? I have joined all the points. Whichever would be the easier one, we'll go for that. I guess that working with this triangle will be easier. Let us officially join them. If we extend this to this part, this will be small r, this will be small r, then this part is what? This is radius of the larger circle. 200 minus r. This angle is what? 150 degrees. Now we need to find the value of OX. And if you can find out the value of OX, the entire calculation is sorted out here. Now finding OX is very easy if we consider that this point is O dash. This is also a right angle triangle. Then 100 by O dash x will be sin 30 degree, that is half. O dash x equals to 200. So this part will be 100 because this is also 100. From this we can have OX equals to 100. So OX equals to 100. This is 200 minus R, this is R, and this angle is 150 degree. Let us apply cos rule. Cos 150 degrees will be equals to R square plus 100, R square plus 100 square, 100 square minus (200 minus R) whole square by 2 into R into 100. Solving this, we will get out the value of, solving this equation, we will get out the value of R. We did a small mistake. This angle is not 150 degree. This is 90 plus 30. 90 plus 30. Silly mistakes are a part of life nowadays. 120 degree. So this will be cos 120 degree. Cos 120 degree. Simply apply this, we will get out the value. I am not going for the simplification. This is a class task, that is pause it, solve it, so that you will better understand. Let's solve it. Let's solve it. This will be cos 120 degree minus 1 by 2 minus of 100 r equals to r square plus 10 to the power 4 minus of 4 into 10 to the power 4, that is 40,000, minus of r square plus of 400 r square cancel. This will be 30,000. This will give us 500 r equals to 30,000. 100 cancel, 5 cancel, 1 0 is extra here. This will give us r equals to 60. This will give us r equals to 60. Simplification was quite easy. Why this is minus 10, and that you have to think cos 120 degree is equals to minus sin 30. Cos 120 degree equals to minus sin 30. How many questions are there? 2 more questions. In a triangle ABC, right angled at vertex B, a point O is chosen on the side BC such that Y is centered at diagram is also not available. Lot of thing to do. I cannot give you the hints because I am not even having the diagram right now. In a triangle ABC, right angled at B, a point O is chosen on the side BC. In a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at B, a point O is chosen on side BC. Let's join this. Such that the circle centered at O, radius OB, touches side AC. This is the circle. Take some point O here. OB touches the side AC. This is A. So how do you solve this question? This is very much easy question. That is AB equals to 63. It is given. Just apply. Okay, I am not giving you the hint right now. Pause the video. Come back again. I'll give you the hint. So I am giving the hint. First hint. And the last hint, that is similarity of triangle. What and how to apply similarity of triangle? Let's see that if we just draw a perpendicular, not draw a perpendicular, join the point of contact, then this is the tangent definitely. This is the tangent, OT is tangent. So this will be perpendicular. We need to find the radius. This is R. This part is also R. This will be 16 minus R. Now this triangle OTC is similar to triangle OTC, ABC by angle. You just see this angle C is common for all, and angle OTC is 90 degree, angle ABC is also 90 degree. That's why I said angle. Now we need to find the value of AC. AC can be find out using Pythagoras theorem. 63 square plus 16 square. Calculate this. I think this is root over of 4225. This should be 45. I didn't know exactly. Let's know how this is 45. This shouldn't be 4225. Please check it. This is 65. Actually, this is 65. Root over of 4225. This is 65. AC equals to 65. Now this is R. This is 16 minus R. R over 16 minus R. That is perpendicular. Perpendicular by hypotenuse. OT over OC. OT over OC equals to AB over AC. AB over AC. AC is what? AC is 65. Find out the value of R from this. Find out the value of R from this. This is your task. This final calculation is your task. Let me calculate. 65R. There is 63R. 65 plus 63. This will be 65 plus 63. R equals to 16 into 63. This will be 128. R equals to 16 into 63 by 128 divided by 4. We will get 64. Here we will get 18 divided by 8. We will get 8. 63 over 8. I didn't know exactly that I am currently not in the calculation part. That's why I was saying that calculate it yourself. I am not quite confident about my calculations, because according to me the answer should be 71, but now I am quite afraid because I think that my calculation is wrong. I guess that the calculation was correct, and this is the last question. I would say this is the easy question. This is the easy question also. Read the question carefully. Pause the video and try it. And then go for the first hint, that is law of reflection. Law of reflection. Reflection. Angle I equals to angle R. Suppose a circle of radius root 2 touches Y at the origin. This is Y. This is Y. Circle touches Y at the origin. This point of contact is 0, 0. A ray of light L parallel to x-axis. Ray of light L parallel to x-axis that strikes it. And becomes parallel to the y-axis. If this is the normal, now with respect to what we are considering the normal? With respect to tangent, there is a minimum idea of reflection, or even you can say circle. With respect to the tangent, we are considering it. So this is the normal with respect to the tangent. This angle equals to this angle, and if we add them we would get 90 degrees. I plus R equals to 90. Twice of I equals to 90. I equals to 45 degree. Let us suppose that this is the center of the circle. This P point. If we join this, now let us draw the x-axis. x dash ox y dash oy radius of the circle is root over of 2. We need to find the perpendicular distance, that is this distance we need to find. Now this angle is what? 45 degrees, because this is parallel to the x-axis. This angle is also 45 degrees. You can see that alternate angles so this is the height, this is our variable quantity x, perpendicular by base equals to sine 45, x equals to 1. So the distance is 1 unit, and we are over with our discussion.